Hey guys, we're looking here at comparing correlation coefficients in graph form. So quick thing to point out to you is that we're going to have 4 graphs and then they're going to ask us to rank them in some way. In this particular question, you can see I've already underlined it. They want us to rank them from weakest to strongest. Pay attention to that because obviously on some questions they could ask us to go from strongest to weakest, and that would completely reverse our solutions. And in fact, one of these you can guarantee will be in the reverse order. I'll point them out to you afterwards to try to trick you. So I just want to remind you that the strongest one will always be the most like a line, and the weakest one will always be the most scattered. And I want you to also remember, very important when we're talking here about strength, when we're talking about strength, it has nothing to do with positivity or negativity. Okay? We ignore the notion of direction. We don't care about whether it's positive or negative when we're talking about how strong it is. The strength simply has to do whether it's more like a line or it's more scattered. So if we come into our 4 scatter plots here, you're going to see really easy. The one that's the most linear is that one right there. Okay, it's definitely the one that looks most like or resembles most like a straight line right there. So this is going to be our strongest one. But the question is asking us to look for the weakest one first. So you'll notice if you come over to your wrong answers, look, see that scatter plot 2? Look at that. They've put it in first place twice, knowing, right, that some of you might do that by accident. So what you really want to do is you want to look for the weakest one first. And the weakest one is going to be right over here. So scatter plot number 1, that's your weakest number. Weakest is number 1. The next weakest isn't this one, obviously. It's going to be down between these two. And you have to say, well, which one's wider? Which one's more scattered? And which one looks more like a straight line? This is the more scattered one. So this one is definitely weaker than this one. So number 4. Then comes number 3. And last, the strongest one is scatter plot number 2. And so now all we need to do is come back and find, there it is. 1, 4, 3, 2. Now, if you go backwards from strongest to weakest, 2, 3, 4, 1, you'll see, look, 2, 3, 4, 1. They tried to fool you here. Okay, that's a distractor. Don't get fooled with that. They're trying to shaft you on that question every single time. They went in the reverse order from strongest to weakest.